Warriors, welcome to another episode of Toxic Detox Labs. Today we're diving into something super important. 8 essential strategies to help you break free from toxic culture and start healing, both for yourself and your life. But these aren't your typical tips. I'll be diving into real-life examples and practical advice you can apply right away. We'll cover everything from setting healthy boundaries to cultivating self-love and building a supportive network. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to transform your mindset and your connections. So if you're ready to take charge of your mental health and well-being, stick around. Tip number 8, own your vibes. This one's all about self-awareness. Take a moment to reflect on your interactions. Do you tend to be overly critical? Maybe you find yourself getting jealous or dismissive. Acknowledging these patterns can be uncomfortable, but it's the first step toward real change. Think of it like a mirror. Sometimes we need to see our reflection to recognize what needs fixing. Now that you've taken that powerful first step of owning your vibes and recognizing those patterns, let's tackle something even more critical. The biggest dating mistake of all: letting negative thoughts take over. It's easy to get stuck in a loop of self-doubt or insecurity, and that can seriously derail your relationships and your self-esteem. But don't worry, this next tip is a game changer. We're about to dive into how flipping the script on those negative thoughts can completely shift your mindset and turn your love life around. Tip number 7, flip the script. Now let's talk about those negative thoughts. You know, the ones when your brain just won't let up. Maybe you're replaying a conversation in your head, wondering if you said something dumb. If you catch yourself spiraling, hit pause. Instead of letting those thoughts run wild, challenge them. Ask yourself, is this thought really true? Or, what would I tell a friend in this situation? You'd probably say something supportive, right? Use that same kindness on yourself. Now that you've learned how to flip the script on those negative thoughts and give yourself the kindness you deserve, it's time to level up even more. Here's where most people slip up. They don't have healthy coping strategies in place when things get tough. And let's be real, life will throw you some curveballs. But what if you could replace those unhealthy habits with go-to coping hacks that actually support your mental health? That's what this next tip is all about, stocking up on the tools that help you stay grounded and resilient, no matter what comes your way. Tip number 6, stock up on coping hacks. It's time to ditch those unhealthy habits and find some better coping strategies. Think about what calms you down when life gets overwhelming. For me, it's going for a long walk with my favorite playlist blasting in my ears. Or maybe you love to journal your feelings out. Whatever it is, find what works for you and make it a regular part of your routine. Your mental health deserves that little pick-me-up. You've got your coping hacks ready to tackle tough times. But here's a key piece. Without self-love, even the best strategies can fall flat. Many of us forget to show ourselves the same compassion we'd offer a friend, and that's where things go wrong. In this next tip, we'll explore how practicing self-love can help you handle setbacks with more resilience and transform your personal growth. Tip number 5, practice self-love. We all mess up. That's part of being human. Instead of falling into the trap of self-criticism, it's time to embrace the power of self-love. I remember a moment when I didn't get the promotion I had my heart set on. It felt like a punch to the gut. And for a while, I spiraled into thoughts that left me questioning my worth. But then I had an epiphany. Every setback is really just a setup for a comeback. Treat yourself with the same love and compassion you would extend to your best friend. Celebrate those small wins, no matter how trivial they may seem. Whether it's indulging in your favorite treat after a long week or enjoying a cozy movie night, make it a priority to show yourself kindness. You deserve that nurturing. Self-love isn't just a buzzword. It's a vital practice that fuels your inner strength. But here's the twist. Now that you're honing in on self-love and surrounding yourself with positivity, it's crucial to protect that energy. The biggest mistake people make next: not setting clear boundaries. Think of boundaries as your personal shield. Without them, even the strongest sense of self-love can be easily depleted by toxic influences in your life. Imagine having a beautiful garden. If you don't put up a fence, weeds can quickly invade and choke out your blooms. In the same way, boundaries safeguard your mental and emotional well-being. In our next tip, we'll dive into how to establish those boundaries that can protect your peace and pave the way for healthier, more fulfilling relationships. Get ready to reclaim your space and nurture your inner garden. Tip number 4, set those boundaries. Let's talk about a game changer for healthy relationships. Boundaries. Think of them as your protective shield, essential for cultivating emotional well-being. Learning to say no is vital, whether it's turning down an invitation when you need alone time or setting limits on sensitive topics. You have every right to safeguard your energy. For instance, I once had a friend who dominated our conversations with their problems, leaving me feeling drained. I realized it was time to set a boundary. I gently communicated that while I cared about their struggles, I needed our talks to be more balanced. This shift not only protected my mental space, but also deepened our friendship. As you embrace self-love, don't underestimate the power of boundaries. They help ensure your relationships uplift you instead of draining your energy. Ready to reclaim your peace? Let's explore how to implement these boundaries effectively. Setting boundaries is a game changer for protecting your peace. But here's the next big step. Who's in your corner? Even the strongest boundaries won't hold if your inner circle is draining your energy. That's why building a crew that uplifts and supports you is crucial. In this next tip, we'll explore how surrounding yourself with the right people can elevate your vibe and make all the difference. Tip number 3, build your crew. Speaking of energy, it is extremely important to surround yourself with a squad that lifts you up. Seek out friends who radiate positivity and support. I once had a group of friends who constantly encouraged each other to chase our dreams, whether it was a new job or a personal project. Remember, good vibes attract good vibes. If you notice that someone brings you down more than they lift you up, it might be time to reassess that friendship. Building your crew is essential because the right support system can empower you to navigate the ups and downs of dating. But here's the kicker. Even the best crew won't help if you're not investing in the most important relationship of all, the one with yourself. So let's dive into the biggest dating mistake of all, neglecting your personal growth. Trust me, this next topic is a game changer that can redefine your dating experience and lead you to the love you truly deserve. Tip number 2, invest in yourself. Now let's focus on you. Invest in your personal growth. Whether it's picking up a new skill like learning to cook that recipe you've been eyeing, or diving into something you're passionate about, this is your time to shine. For me, it was picking up photography. It not only boosted my creativity, but also helped me express myself. Personal growth is a serious confidence booster. Investing in yourself is vital for personal growth, setting the stage for healthier relationships. But even the strongest foundation can crumble without the right guidance. That's why it's time to tackle the biggest dating mistake of all: going solo in your journey. Let's explore how having a pro in your corner can transform your dating experience and equip you with the tools you need to attract the right partner. This next insight is going to blow your mind. Tip number 1, get a pro in your corner. And finally, don't underestimate the power of therapy. A good therapist can help you unpack those toxic patterns and give you the tools to navigate life better. It's like having a personal coach for your mind. If you're unsure about therapy, consider it like training for your mental health, just like you'd hit the gym for your body. It can totally change the game. Investing in yourself is vital for personal growth, setting the stage for better, healthier relationships. So there you have it, my love warriors. 8 essential tips for overcoming toxic behaviors and healing from toxic relationships. Remember, it's all about progress, not perfection. Take your time with this journey and be kind to yourself along the way. And if you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up to show some love and share it with a friend who might need a little boost today. And if you enjoyed the raw, unfiltered truth we dish out, then stay tuned to the Toxic Detox channel for more real talk about modern dating and relationships. Until next time, keep it real and keep it honest. And always remember, I got your back with that love hack. TD out.